Welcome to Classic Value Investors and Microcap Explosions. This is Mariusz Konieczny. In this video, I'm going to share with you either the stupidest thing or the saddest thing. I don't know which one is which. Maybe you can tell me if it's the stupidest or the saddest. So recently I came across on change.org a proposal to, as I'm going to read it, save future investors, stop publishing The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And now, many value investors, many investors in general read this book. And I read this book, and it's not, I don't think it's like the greatest book on the planet. You know that all of my books are much better than this book. But, I'm obviously biased. But I do think my books are better. Simple as that. I kind of want to just go right away into reading this piece so that, I can discuss it more after I'm done. Okay, so here it is. Save the Future Investors, Stop Publishing The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And as you can see, this petition has already been signed by 11 fools. And here's how it reads. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham is outdated, harmful, and should be removed from circulation. The ideas and concepts taught in this book are incredibly harmful to investor returns. I read this book 8 years ago, and I have since missed out on the greatest investment opportunities to present themselves in the last century. The book has no chapters on Bitcoin, nothing about Tesla, absolutely nothing about NFTs or marijuana stocks, and zero reference to Jay Powell's money printer. I am 23 years old. Had I not read this book when I was 15, I would have YOLO'd my entire life savings into Bitcoin and OTM Tesla calls last year and retired early like the rest of my friends. Instead, I'm stuck doing tax accounting 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Thanks Ben and Buffett too for promoting this piece of shit. We need to prevent future publication of this book and save the next generation of investors from this elitist propaganda designed to lead wannabe investors astray and perpetuate poverty. So as you can see, I'm not sure if you should laugh about it or cry about it, because you see, the whole purpose behind this book is to make you understand that when you invest in companies, there's something behind that company. There's a business behind it. And also that the market, investors can become overly optimistic or very depressed from time to time, like the Mr. Market. These are the main things that everybody should have gotten from this book. And when it comes to the business being behind a stock, that's not an opinion. It's a fact. Okay, it's a fact that every stock represents a business behind it. And when you are engaging in investing or intelligent investing, the idea is that you pay attention to the value that you are getting in return. In other words, the price is what you pay for something and the value is what you get. And now there are different investors that specialize or prefer different things that they want to get. Some investors invest in nets. Some investors, want to make sure that there's a certain cash flow and they will pay X multiple for that cash flow, or other investors pay attention to more like revenue growth or whatever. The point is that when you are engaging in intelligent investing, you want to pay attention to what it is that you are getting in return. And when you spend your money, you spend it on things that provide you value. You don't go out there and just give your money to someone for nothing. But when it comes to things like Bitcoin or NFTs or anything like that, that's supposedly, for sure, it's definitely not included in a book like this. Even if it was written today, it wouldn't be included, because when you buy something like Bitcoin, whether you like Bitcoin or not, it doesn't matter. You simply don't know what you are getting in return. And the same thing goes for gold. You don't know what you're getting in return, because when it comes to businesses, you can value them based on certain different metrics. And even with something like Tesla, you are getting something back. And okay, so let's say you have a very long-term horizon. People like Cathie Wood, okay, they think it's going to, be the major auto manufacturer in the world, and maybe energy company or whatever, and she assigns a certain value. So in one aspect, she's actually engaging in intelligent investing. Whether you and I agree with her price targets are a completely different thing. But when you look at something like Bitcoin, there is absolutely no way to value it, so it would never be included in something like intelligent investor. But what I find amazing about even this kind of mentality, and even for something like this to become a petition, there's people out there that think like that. And the guy is 23 years old, okay? 23 years old. And he writes about, had I not read this book when I was 15, I would have YOLO'd my entire life savings into Bitcoin and OTM Tesla calls last year and retired already like the rest of my friends. Think about it. The dude is 23 years old and he wants to retire. I mean, when I was 23 years old, I was entering the workforce, happy to enter the workforce, happy to be useful to society, to earn my money and then take that money and invest it. He's a baby. He was barely born yesterday and he already wants to retire. It's like you want to be born and you already want to die. That is ridiculous. But that doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all, because these people just want to get rich without understanding how to do it. They want to get rich without thinking about how they can be useful to society or how they can own things that are useful to society. They just want to buy a bunch of things because someone else told them to, and without even paying attention what it is that they're getting in return, without paying attention to why should they be able to sell something for more. And they actually think that it is normal for Tesla to be valued the way it is valued. Like, you take all of the auto manufacturers in the world combined and they think this is normal, that something not even yet proven as a stock should be worth more than 10 or 20 big manufacturers combined. They think it's normal. Okay, one other thing that he's saying here is that if he didn't read this book when he was 15 and put all of his life savings into Bitcoin and Tesla, within a period of 8 years he would have been able to retire. But because of Intelligent Investor book, he didn't do that, and now he's stuck working 9 to 5 for the rest of his life. Well, if this person learned now how to invest, right? Because over these 8 years he's seen that this book is a piece of shit, so no problem. Buy yourself Bitcoin or buy yourself some other coin, and in 8 years you can reproduce what you could have produced from 15 to 23. You can do that from 23 to 31, and retiring at the age of 31 is still pretty good. But I doubt that it's going to work like this. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about this either stupid or sad proposal. Do you agree with this? Or just let me know what your thoughts are. Drop me a comment below. Thanks for watching.